Okay, so I've written a very short little program that I don't want to go through, but this is for the bent space and the sphere coming down right on the middle. Okay, so our sphere here has a radius of 5, and our bent space looks like absolute value. And our first look at it is the spheres come down a little bit, and we're seeing, this is the view sort of in 3 dimensions. We're seeing 2 slices of circles, and this is what we would see.
In 2 dimensions?
In 2 dimensions. We would see, maybe it would look like circles, maybe it would look like ovals to us. I guess it would depend how our eyes worked. But we would, your instincts were right. We would see 2 different things. And if I raise it up, so here I was at a height of 6. I don't know if that's visible on the screen or not, but I'm just going to raise it up higher and be at a height of 7. And what happens is the circles get a little smaller.
You get smaller circles.
And what happens as I start coming down? So if I go from 6 to 5, what do you think I'm going to start seeing?
Maybe the circles start touching.
Okay.
Or they're getting bigger.
Okay, I like touching.
Yeah, and so look what I see now. I see the circles starting to touch. And does this look like a nice, smooth sphere?
No.
No, it looks like an oval.
Well, not just that.
It's too, well, it doesn't look like a sphere at all.
What's different? What is a property that a sphere has that that isn't coming through? And
Convex. Sphere is convex.
Yeah.
And a sphere has, well, this actually has sides. It has tiny sides right where they meet, and there's like a flat area, but a sphere doesn't have that.
Yeah, now that's a great thing to notice. That might be just a representation of how it's being drawn on the screen. That might actually be a sharp point. But it would still be the same thing, right? Spheres don't have sharp points.
Yeah.
They don't have flat sides, and they don't have sharp points. Okay, now what do you think happens as I come down from, say, 5 to, let's go 3?
They're melding more.
Together. So now they're kind of merging maybe into one circle.
Yeah, so maybe if I come down to 0, so the sphere is now centered right at where the crease is.
We'll get an oval.
You have 2 half circles.
Yeah, and it'd be interesting to know how our eyes would see this, right? And then this is what it looks like to the sphere. Up here, there's a crease.
Yep. But we don't see that in flatland.
Yeah, in flatland it might just be projected down like it would be in a plane, and we don't see 2 half circles. We see them sort of scrunched together a little bit. And then I can keep going down. I can go to, like, the sphere starts now below the crease, so I'll go to -3. What do you think it's going to look like here?
Maybe a small oval.
No, it's not an oval at all.
It's like 2 arcs of a circle that meet.
Yeah, so again we're starting to see points and creases.
Like smaller parts of the circle.
Yeah. And so the sphere, if it's no fault of the spheres, right, if we live in this creased space.
Yeah.
But the sphere has a much harder time explaining what a sphere is now, because we were seeing, first of all, things that weren't even connected, right? Up at like 6.
Yeah, we're seeing.
You just see 2 tiny circles.
So the sphere says, no, I'm just one thing. And us in flatland, we'd say what?
We see 2 different things.
Yeah, we see 2 different, wait a minute. We see this part over here and this part over here. How can you say those are connected to each other? Especially, how can you say they're connected in this nice, simple, smooth way? So it's actually pretty interesting. So now we're going to go to a slightly different shape, more of a bowl-like shape.
All right.
Okay.